The Holy Tales.
Hi guys, my name is Freckles. I live here in this awesome library with my friends Gumbo and Tubby. Did you know that Jesus loved children and that he was the Son of God and that he died for us? Do you know how I know all of this? Because Holy tells us wonderful stories from the Bible every day. Holy is a very old bookworm and lives in the Bible. Tubby, Gumbo, let's go, it's story time.
There's within my heart a melody. Jesus whispers sweet and low. Fear not, I am with thee. Peace be still. In all of my Sabbath.
Holy, have we ever told you that we love you very much? You tell us stories every day. Yes, Holy, you're very cool. We know so many stories because of you. Guys, you're wasting time. I want to listen to a story.
Thank you, children. Now, let us begin with today's story.
You do remember that you will ask us a question at the end of the story, right?
Of course, Freckles, I do. How can I forget that? Now, long ago, Paul and his companion Silas left for their journey to Syria and Cilicia. After leaving Cilicia, Paul and Silas went to Derbe and Lystra. There they met a young man called Timothy, who was a very good follower of Jesus' teachings. Timothy's father was Greek, but he became a believer of Jesus through his grandmother Lois and mother Eunice. They were both Jews who had converted into Christianity. When Paul first met Timothy, he immediately liked him. He put his hands over him and prayed so that the Holy Spirit would come and bless him. He knew that Timothy loved God and desired to live for him. Timothy was a young man who had surrendered his life to God and was willing to do whatever God wanted him to do. Over the next few years, Timothy became a constant companion of Paul and Silas. Paul was so fond of Timothy that he often called him his dear son. Paul, Silas, and Timothy traveled all over Asia Minor, preaching about Jesus and gathering more followers along their way. One night, Paul had a vision that a Macedonian man had come to him asking for help. Paul thought to himself,
Lord must be giving me the message to go to Macedonia. Maybe I'm required there. I must go immediately.
Disciples traveled to Macedonia with his companions, Silas and Timothy. He traveled from the port of Troas to the city of Philippi. Philippi was the largest city in Macedonia. Since there was no special house of God in the city, people would often gather around the river flowing outside the city gates for the Sabbath. As Paul sat there talking to the people about Jesus, he met a lady called Lydia. She wasn't a Christian, but worshipped the God of the Jews. She was a very rich lady and had a very successful business making and selling purple dye. In those days, only the very rich and powerful and kings and queens used to wear clothes made of the purple dye. It was very expensive to make this color. As Lydia sat listening to Paul, she opened her heart to the idea of Jesus and believed in him and his teachings. When Paul saw this, he was happy and immediately baptized her and her entire family. Lydia insisted that Paul and his companions should stay in their house. From then on, her house became not only a home for tired travelers, but also the first meeting place for Christians in Macedonia. This is how Paul spread Christianity in Macedonia after he had his vision.
Lydia is such a nice name. From tomorrow, I will only wear purple because I want to be rich and powerful. My socks are purple and I'm not rich or powerful. My hat is purple.
Children, it's more important to be good and kind than be rich. So now the question. Which was the largest city in Macedonia?
I know this one. It was Philippi.
Very good, Freckles.
Thank you, Holy. I think we should go now and let Holy sleep. Bye, Holy.
Bye, kids.
Peace within my